Welcome back to Danganronpa, where David drinks his big burp drink. When will he burp? Let's find out. Why is this cracking you up so much?
It's David drinks his big burp drink. You take a drink, it lasts fucking forever. And then you say, what'll he burp?
I said, when will he burp?
I thought you said, what? And I was like, what could it be? Piss.
He'll burp piss.
Squirts out like venom.
like a frilled lizard. Wait, those guys shoot blood out their eyes, don't they?
That's the blood eye shoot lizard.
I don't think that's its name.
Let me look it up.
Yes, indeed. The trial.
It's time to read.
Murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay.
Are you saying the
The horned
mastermind is
lizard
dead?
shoots eyes out of its
Now we
head.
can have a
Okay.
That's all the inside.
No, it means we were wrong in thinking
Yeah.
that
Mukuro's not the mastermind.
at all.
But I
Mukuro's
mean,
just some
being
student.
the ultimate despair.
'Cause
sounds
Mukuro's
like
not
a
the
pretty
ultimate despair.
mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we should have been thinking of
Excuse
her
me.
as the
'Cause she's the ultimate
despair
soldier.
in the first place.
So why would
After all, looking at her
Why
profile,
would-
I didn't see
what's her
anything
face
that
say
would
that
fit
she
such
was
a
the
description.
Yeah, why would she?
Oh, is she hiding? Is she the ultimate despair?
That's what I'm thinking. We don't know what Kyoko
We don't know
is.
what her deal is!
Yeah, she has never told us her deal.
She can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, she has amnesia.
The dark.
But she obviously remembers something.
Yeah.
Because she's been saying bits and pieces of some really cryptic shit. So I think she's the ultimate despair. I came up with this theory last recording session, and I was keeping quiet because I wanted to be really smug if I got it right when they revealed it. But I'll just say it now. I'm calling it Kyoko is the ultimate despair.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from
Kyoko Kirigiri.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
No, she lied.
Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
You fuckers don't know who Kyoko is.
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually, when
Like
there's
how Makoto
a
hasn't
scene where
told
an
anybody
important
about the
character
fact that
dies,
Mukuro
it
showed
has
up in
a
his
lot
fucking
more
room.
detail.
Yeah.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Yeah, she's just been living in the walls this whole time.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak
No.
Academy headmaster after.
No, you fucks.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
You're so fucking close,
My
Byakuya.
information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Speaking of Prattle, what if Chris Pratt voiced Monokuma?
A body has been discovered. I don't know how he sounds.
I was just about to fucking do a body has been discovered.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
They're like the alternate universe versions of each other.
Yeah.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Okay, you fucking
I
nerd.
have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Don't ask, didn't care. Catch this ratio.
Plus skill
So
issue.
nobody's confused. Let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because
He's so
of
fucking
murder
mad.
among the students.
Cool.
has
I'm
taken
not
place.
owned! I'm not owned!
You're like coat
Point
seed
straight
lol.
into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. there's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Excuse me.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total
Yeah,
that have been taking
Monokuma
part
has
in
been
these events.
shockingly honest for the most part.
Sometimes he just doesn't say shit, but what he
One of
does say
us
is
killed
right.
Mukuro?
Yeah.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yeah.
Who the evidence points to?
It points overwhelmingly towards Kyoko. Yeah.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
This isn't about figuring out who it is. This is about convincing everyone that it's not me.
Kind of like the first trial.
Yeah. But that one was also figuring out who it is. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly so.
I don't know who it could be other than Kyoko.
I don't either.
Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Yeah, that's how trials work.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead
Oh.
and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
9 o'clock.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
It was 9 o'clock.
I got it!
I got it!
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Toko went to go get her diamond pickaxe. Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right?
7:30.
That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
So that clears me for moving the body.
I went in, so I'm totally
It doesn't
sure
clear
about
me for the murder.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then. Looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
Sprinkler.
Yeah. Yep.
Sprinkler.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
True.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an
3
alibi
o'clock.
for most of that time.
Yeah, from
4
10
o'clock, 5 o'clock.
to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the
Oh,
time.
this is gonna be a fucking dumb one.
Sprinklers, 7:30.
We've established
Yeah,
a
it's
time
not a
frame for the
reputation,
murder.
but it's the only possible.
It took
Yeah,
place somewhere
I've
between
heard
10
that they
o'clock at
make
night
the wording clearer in
and 9 o'clock
Danganronpa
in the
2.
morning.
Nice.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't
Garrett
have an
said that
alibi
it's
for
like
most of that time.
refutation as well as connection or something.
Okay, yeah.
7:30.
Well,
Okay. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
We've established a time
Okay.
frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
exploded body
and 9
analysis.
o'clock
Oh!
in the morning.
Between 10 o'clock at night.
Yep. And
Wow.
Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Because the sprinklers
That's more
do
than enough time to
actually...
commit murder, I should think.
Is it the sprinklers or the exploded body
If
analysis?
you have any
I think it's
objections,
sprinklers.
now would be
I
the
think
It
it's
could be
sprinklers.
exploded body analysis. Sprinklers doesn't work.
Yeah.
This one's a bit unclear.
Yeah, it's a bit unclear, but that thing about, like... Because this is actually a
We've established
contradiction.
a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
that's
one's fine.
that's fine.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
one's
little
fine.
vague,
We
but
were being
I
dumb.
think it's...
That was us being dumb.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30,
Can we make an edit of, like, the guys from Night at the Roxbury dancing in the car to this music?
No, I want to do one where it's the cat.
Yeah.
then it should have been completely
It's
soaked.
the cat jam.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
No.
How dare you spew
What?
such indecent words?
No.
That's not a...
No, I'm saying that the body
What,
was
what
wet,
is this,
but
visitor
not
fucking
because of the
Q?
sprinklers.
We talked about necromantic a lot.
5 denying
Yeah.
sprinkler. Are you trying to deny my
She's,
entire
like-
existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
You thought there was a fucking ghost.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why.
It's the bucket. It's the fucking bucket.
Or was it a ball time battle?
If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Yeah, it's gonna be a bullet time battle.
Oh boy. Alright, get ready.
It's tab to reload, right?
Nothing. I hate you. No, no, no. I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no. I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything!
Got it. Exploded body
How
analysis.
can you say it wasn't the...
This should prove it.
Fuck yeah!
There aren't that many ones where you have to shift through the bullets.
There really aren't.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
The mouth down south wasn't wet.
The
That's
top
the
half
point.
of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal
Yeah, she's
maniac.
just saying words now.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of her.
Yeah, based owie, based owie, based
Let's
owie,
just move on.
based owie.
Toko's had a hard life.
Toko's had a hard fucking...
Toko's had a
Toko's
really
had a
hard
rough
life.
few weeks.
Not just a few weeks. She's had a
The
bad
reason only the
life.
top half
Yeah.
was wet
Like-
was because
Let's cut her a little slack.
Because I fucking
while the body
squirted
was
on
still
it.
on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire. The top half.
Ellie, Why do you have to say these things?
I'm turning myself into the police.
Don't turn into the police.
I am a cop now.
Oh no. You're under arrest for playing Danganronpa.
No!
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers need really sticky to it.
So if the sprinkler
Trying to
did
jump
keep the
to
body
every
wet,
fucking conclusion like once, like a
must have
suicidal
taken
frog.
place. Sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then
No.
and when the body was discovered at 9.
That's not what that means.
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it.
Kyoko be like, damn.
She says damn.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Probably rotate these so we're not just doing it.
Yeah, probably. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
I did it. I
Balls.
killed her.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Yeah, and if we don't and you're the killer, the mystery of this school stays hidden forever to us.
Which is why
Yeah.
I can't let that happen.
Excuse me. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
It was totally the fucking mastermind.
Oh!
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Fucking course it was.
Yeah, but the bomb was taken from the robot.
Yeah, but like...
Between, like, after...
No,
Hold
no,
on.
here's what I mean. The bomb was already fucking planted there. There's no way that bomb could have gotten there. There's
Yeah,
no
you're right.
way.
You're right!
This was a trap by the... Kyoko's right. This was
Kyoko
the fucking
is right.
mastermind.
Fine, stop wasting energy.
Because there's no way they could
It
have
was
gotten...
fucking Monokuma!
Oh my god!
Shut up, you!
It fucking was!
That
It's
bomb
Yep.
gotta
setting
be.
up now.
Yep.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
It's true. It
The
is.
Yeah.
sprinklers didn't get the body wet.
Yep.
But that doesn't
Yep.
mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Just to cover the body. Could it have been the tarp?
That's for that, I think. Okay. Yeah, one side is broke, one side is broke.
You're talking
Yeah,
about
There's
the
only
tarp,
one. Well,
aren't
it's
you?
okay. So here's the thing: it's a tarp used in a shed for plants. It's gonna be dirty all the fucking time. The
That's
clean
true.
side is the side that got it with sprinklers on.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
All you'd have to do is cover the body
But
with
the other
tarp,
side was wet.
And that'd take care of
Yeah,
the
for the
water.
sprinkler.
Yeah, but the clean side was the one that got the sprinkler? Then why would the other side be wet?
Oh, that's a good point.
While the clean side was dry.
Never mind.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The
Oh, when
side
they
that
dragged
goes
it.
down over the body, meanwhile,
Ah.
kept
Okay.
perfectly clean.
That makes sense.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer?
Because she thinks you're the killer, dude.
No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
Okay.
The blood was still wet. Body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side
True.
is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Yeah! Easy.
Easy.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used
It
it.
was dry.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get
They could get some
something
at the
like
nurse's
that?
office.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Chickens.
Blood
The
from
fucking
right there in
chicken.
the garden, right? Which must mean the chicken.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
I named it Squirt, and it died.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Why are you laughing at that?
So
I don't know, it was pretty funny.
Chicken named
killed the
Squirt
chicken?
that fucking
Covered
dies.
the body with its blood?
The one chicken he named.
Yeah.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something
Killing
like
a
that
living thing
is
just to kill a
awful.
living thing.
They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to
Spaced
get
out.
the blood from
Yeah.
the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so,
Basis.
there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No,
I think so.
it was pinned to the coat. Or pinned to the body.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet, because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. Huh? They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe.
But still,
Maybe.
Because
Hina, after you met up with Makoto
Toko
in the
was
dining hall,
in...
did you two stay together from that
Because
point
Toko
on?
was in the room from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
yeah, so it
Couldn't have been Toko.
would have happened before that.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't
No,
show
'cause
up
we
till
got-
later.
The murder could have happened before that.
They were just hiding the body somewhere. Okay, let's.
Yeah. Because it was
Her
under
neck
the
is
tarp.
So thin.
What?
Her neck is so thin. It's like
It
a
is.
Junpei neck.
Yeah.
Like a Fuka neck.
Sup, dude? That's my Junpei impression.
Garters. What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
Sounds like toothpaste.
That was my Leon Kawada voice.
He does sound a bit similar. Wait, no, that's your Leon voice.
Yeah. That wasn't the actual Leon voice.
Yucatan!
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
that's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Fuck you, Kyoko.
Fuck you.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. Why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
I think she thinks you did it.
Yeah. Disguised dead
You
body
get a
has
truth
been added to
bullet?
the truth bullets section of
Well
your
then.
handbook.
Fuck!
Looks like we're back to square one.
That's good! That's really good! Wait, one got replaced.
No, it didn't.
Wait, no, it got added,
Yeah. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later, when they removed the tarp, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket, had previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it. But how'd they stab the knife through the body and not get blood everywhere then?
It was,
How the fuck?
weird.
Okay.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
no, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Was it a retractable knife?
Maybe. I think what they're gonna say is they gave that
According to the Monokuma file, the knife
went all the way through.
From front to back.
But there's no blood on it.
So, what about it?
Is that actually pertinent?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that
I don't
knife
think that,
somewhere
no.
before. That's what I thought when I first
But
saw
then
it.
how was there no
I
blood
just
on the
remembered.
ground?
I don't know.
And there's no blood on the knife. I think it's a retractable knife.
I think so. That's gotta be it. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Tell them it
You
was
don't
missing
seem
from the room.
surprised. You must have
Tell them
noticed
about
earlier.
the fucking... Tell them about the fact that the person showed up in your room and then Kyoko showed up in your fucking room and the knife was gone. You're
Yeah.
withholding serious information that
Then
could be
why
part of
did
the
you hide
case!
that fact?
It's
What
not
is
that I hate
this?
it. It's just
Because Makoto's kind of dumb. Makoto's kind of Dumbo. Oh, it's
Oh, it's
because
'cause he
he
doesn't
thinks
know.
he might have blacked out
Yeah.
and murdered him.
Oh, yeah.
Her. He thinks he might have blacked out and murdered Mukuro.
Yeah.
So that's why he's keeping it secret.
Yeah.
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
Okay.
Okay. This guy's dead body, exploded body analysis, fragments near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yep.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Exploded body
So there's
analysis
no
is not
question. You
That
took
wasn't the
knife of
exploded
yours
body
and
analysis,
killed her
though.
with it.
What a
Yeah.
horrible man you are, Makoto.
You don't have it. We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It
Oh,
really is,
the
isn't
knife
it?
went
I
through.
was afraid of that.
It's because the knife isn't the fatal blow.
And that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once,
I think
that
so.
automatically makes me the
You've
killer?
got enough hearts.
Well, getting stabbed is what
It's
killed
not.
her.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I still
That's
don't.
wrong.
I don't see the connection, but I will see.
It's because the disguised dead
Wait,
body
hold
Oh
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stab wound
because the
isn't
stab
what killed
wound
Mukuro.
pinned the coat to the corpse.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat
What?
until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it
The
up.
Monokuma file. No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see in the Monokuma file.
I got it!
Good God.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by
Oh
the true
shit! Alright. Wouldn't it be funny if we cut this one off mid-sentence to make
No,
it
not
seem...
really.
Yeah, you're right.